Welcome, bienvenidos, marhaba. I'm so happy that you're here. This is the World Music Channel, all about music and psychology. It's perfect for you. Ah, she's like singing out of my soul. Sometimes we get lost in our own little world, but it's all so much bigger than we realize. My name is Rosalie Elliott. I'm a singer-songwriter. My master's is in counseling psychology. I've worked as a therapist and teacher, and this is why I bring the two worlds of music and psychology together. So if you're new, make sure to subscribe, join the ride, and let's dive into the live version of Aurora's song Dreams. I cannot wait. I've been meaning to listen to this with you. That red microphone is dope. Makes me think of worship in a way, certain religions.
I've needed so much with nothing to touch, floating from earth. Another bridge bird, a mother concerned, come back to the world in my dreams. Everything's more quiet than here in my dreams. Everything I feel disappears. The night became new, and out of it grew a hymn of pearl. Don't lie to yourself, don't lie to the world, don't lie to a girl. When your shadows were forgiven, I abandoned your religion, and I knew that I would never come back. So tired and so aimless, I traveled through the darkness, so my path would be impossible to track.
Wow.
In my dreams, everything's more quiet than here. In my dreams, everything I feel disappears.
This is so beautiful.
Take my body and my poems and repeat them like you own them, like the arrow and the willow we open.
Ooh.
Let the mothers and the daughters climb out of the waters like the needle and the cockroach women.
Wow.
In my dreams, in my dreams, everything's it's more quiet than here. In my dreams, in my dreams, everything I feel disappears.
Aurora has this way of making some of us feel so connected to earth and to ourself. I cry because when I was younger, I used to be called, ach du Träumerle, you dreamer. But it wasn't meant in a good way. And this song had a way of making me feel seen and beautiful and like there's nothing wrong with me. There was something about the way she sang in this song and the lyrics and the musical arrangement. It was so soft and soothing. This is why music is therapy. It made me feel as if I could tell that younger version of myself, that little girl within me, yes, you little dreamer, it's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with me. I felt beautiful. I felt seen. I felt special. And that's what's so powerful about therapy is we can relive certain moments again through a different lens, and it can heal our inner child. That, some say, is the goal of therapy, to become your own father and mother, to nurture yourself, to speak to yourself kindly, to say and be for yourself what you would have needed back then and now. The musical arrangement was beautiful, the acoustic guitar, the airiness, her voice, the lightness of it, the harmonies were absolutely beautiful. The staccato, that bird-like staccato, just added to feeling like flying, like dreams. The lyrics, powerful and profound. The idea of a mother and a daughter, this idea of generations coming out of the water, emerging into what they are called to be, but also pointing out how connected it all is, right? Mothers are also somebody's daughter, and someone's daughter may become a mother. It's this cycle of beauty in the same sense, saying both the needle and the cockroach mend. This crazy, right? These two contrasting things. And the beautiful, of course, rhyme and literary art here, but basically sharing imagery of things that may seem contrast or so starkly different. They both can have a purpose. Both the needle and the cockroach has a point. Both the mother and the daughter are part of this. Both you and I. We may be different, right? It brings people together. It connects us back to our roots. This idea of also saying, hey, dreams is where I find peace. That also is relatable, right? Because many of us who dream, either during the day, daydreaming, having ideas of the future, who we want to be or what we want to accomplish, as well as our dreams at night. They're powerful. Dreams are powerful with the way that our brain processes. And of course, there's all kinds of theories about that. Some who think of it as a spiritual experience when God tries to speak to us. For others, it may be dark dreams being something demonic. For others, it's just scientifically what our brains does when we're processing. For some others, it may be psychological, that it brings up old trauma, and in our place of rest, our mind is going to places that maybe we are not paying attention to or are not consciously on our mind. There's different theories, of course, of how we look at dreams, as well as the way that we interpret them, also depending on the school of thought. Various fathers of psychology would interpret your dreams very differently. Some may look at it from a sexual standpoint or a Freudian angle. Others may look at it from trauma and ask about your mother and father. Yet again, others may talk about your death anxieties and how actually that dream can be interpreted in a way that ties into how you're actually afraid of dying. I mean, people will take the dreams and interpret them differently. But the idea of dreams can either be a comforting thing or a scary thing. For some of us, we dread going to sleep because of what will come up in our mind's eye. For others, it's comforting. It's this escape. And here she painted this picture of a place where you can go, where you don't have to feel all these feelings and experience all the confusion of the world and of the reality. You can be at peace. And the way she just painted this picture was like dreams, like birds fluttering, and the harmonies and the airiness, and this idea of mothers and daughters and of needles and roaches. I mean, just talk about crazy, random, various imagery, which is what dreams are all about. Dreams can be random. Mine can, at least. But it was this absolutely beautiful picture. And it made me feel, beyond how we could interpret the lyrics or, the musical composition, it made me feel something. It made me feel, it tapped into some of the grief and some of the parts of me that were sad and hurt. But at the same time, it was like balm on my soul. That's what this song did to me, and what maybe I also needed from this song. What about you? How did this make you feel? What does Aurora's music do for you? Make sure to subscribe to her and subscribe here, and I will see you on the next ride. Ayo!